Hi there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your reading for the week of November 15th through 21st of 2021. So, the readings coming through this week are so amazing. Just, I can hardly wait to see what your angels are going to tell you, and what we need to, for you to know for this week. So this is a general angel reading, and so as such, it's for a group, which means that any part of this that doesn't fully resonate with you, it's okay. Just leave it there. Just means it's for somebody else. That's all, right? So, oops, there we go. And so we've got a couple more cards just to come out here from the Goddess deck is one of the ones that wanted to come forward. And the other one is the Angels of Abundance deck. So let's see. Okay, and one more. They're a little slow coming out here this time. Okay, must be trying to just find the exact message for you. There, it flew. That's the message. Give me 1 second. I'll have to retrieve that. Oh yeah, it's worth it. Okay, so the first thing that your angels want you to know is to stay positive, have faith, have optimism. So are you feeling a little discouraged? Feeling a little like things are going slow, like way slow compared to what you want them to? It's, yeah, you can step forward into this. Whatever it is that you think, oh man, things keep interrupting, or it's just not time, or things aren't working, or whatever, it feels like you're starting with the wrong thing. Start with a different step. Yeah. And then things are going to come, like they'll start. It'll be a little slow, but definitely then things will kind of start to move, and it'll be a trickle at first, but it will get more and bigger and better after that. They're not telling me what this is. That's for you to resonate with, right? So let's see. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy, right? So if you think something's not going to happen, well, it's not going to happen, right? When you think positively and you go, oh yeah, this is going to be great. I just, there's a few things to do, and I don't necessarily know how to do every single thing, but somebody knows. I'll just ask them. I mean, it's all going to work just fine. There's quite a difference there, isn't there? And so that is what determines your experience. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Okay, keep going. Keep going. It's happening. It's just slower than you want, right? And in fact, sometimes you can't even see that it is happening. But yeah, get going. I mean, it feels like you've kind of lost your momentum a little with that, but you can get that back if you want it. Yeah, or you can change it to, to a different topic and work on that. I mean, see how that works for you. Ask for your needs to be met. So whatever that is that you've been working on, that you're feeling just kind of frustrated with, or, it's almost like you've discarded it already. Ask your angels for help. Whatever it is that you feel you don't have, or that you're struggling with, or you're finding it a challenge, ask your angels and, be specific. What exactly do you want help with? You want help starting? You want help knowing how to start? You want help with the resources? You want help with energy? What is it exactly, right? And it can be all of those things. You don't have to limit to just one. You can tell them the whole big story and ask them to help you get accomplishing this, or finding the motivation to do it, or whatever it is, right? Yeah. And so, oh, what a beautiful picture. What a beautiful picture. I will show you in a second here. She just has the whole world in her hands. It's really in her, maybe one hand, I should say, And she's on top of the world because look at where she's standing, top of the clouds. It's so beautiful. Okay, and same for you, you know. You have everything available to you just for the asking. Cool. Then, you know, obviously then you have to get into receiving mode so that that assistance can actually come to you. Then you need to be noticing the signs and the opportunities and the what's being shown so that you can actually go after it. Yes. Okay. And so focus on your priorities. It feels like part of the reason that you've been so stalled with this is because you just don't quite know where to start. And so when you focus on what the priorities are, then the steps seem fairly obvious, right? Some of the time, something completely different is going to, you know, feel like it kind of gets in the way because that has to be the priority for right now, you know? Like we all have these different compartments kind of our life. We have our work life and our home life and our relationships and our finances and our, you know, vehicles and our whatever else, right? So, you know, maybe you're trying to get to work and your vehicle breaks down. Well, that is an interruption that creates a new priority, right? You have to look after fixing the vehicle or replacing it or whatever, calling for a ride. You got to do something so that you can actually get to work. Up until that point, work was the priority, but now the vehicle is, right? You see that? And being flexible with that, being able to change like that is really a key part of going forward with flow and getting the inspiration to continue to go forward, right? Yes. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. So, you know, for example, a vehicle broken down, generally at some point or in some way, you've been scared of that. You've been putting some focus on that. And so you've created that. Yeah, that's how it works. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So focusing on what you want, it's kind of the same old story, right? And letting that be number one. Okay. So, Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. So here again, here she has the globe in her hands, and here she has the globe in her hands, right? I'm feeling like this card, you know, it could mean environmentalism for some of you. It could be, you know, that you're conscious of picking up the trash at the side of the road or, you know, in the ditches, that kind of thing. It could, though, mean you have the world in your hands. You have everything at your disposal. There's nothing missing. It's all right there, and it's beautiful. And when you start to really appreciate what you have around you, then more and more to be appreciated will arrive. That's how it works. It's just, and that's what that whole thing feels like. So time to get going on that feeling, right? And knowing that you have everything you need. All right. So, and you have, this is the same message, asking for your needs to be met. Your guardian angels are here for you all the time. Do talk to them. Do ask for what you need and expect it to come, because that's what they do. They love you and they want nothing more than for your best interests to always be met. And so let them help you. Let them help you. You've got everything. It's like this whole thing is kind of all one message, isn't it? Like everything you need is here. Keep the faith, keep plugging forward, and everything comes to you. But you need to ask, you need to receive, and you have the whole world. You have all that you need. And that leads to peace and peace of mind, peace in your life. There's going to be little conflicts all the time, right? Because we're all human. But this is, in general, this beautiful feeling of peace that, in your world, it's pretty hard to create it, to connect with it for the entire world. But for your portion of it, yeah, you can sure do that. You can sure do that. And by keeping this faith and positivity, you are creating that in your world. Okay, so the daily guidance cards for the last little bit of wisdom, they want you to play. I mean, let it be lighthearted. It does feel like this whole reading has just been kind of heavy and somber, Let yourself play. Have some fun. Have fun with the adults and the kids alike in your world, in your life, and just let yourself lighten up. Being all so serious all the time does not benefit you. Okay, all right. Well, Virgo, what a reading for you. It feels really good. Feels really good when you can let it lighten up some. Okay, I am so appreciative that you have joined me for this reading. Thank you. And I want you to know that I love you, and I will see you next week.